Hello and welcome. Oh, sorry about that. We are so happy to see such a wonderful crowd tonight. This afternoon. I don't know why I'm saying night. We are putting on Disorder in the Court. Disorder in the Court is our elementary school play that is directed and rehearsed and casted in my advanced drama class, which is a really, really unique thing about our elementary play. So I can't find words today, I guess. Cassandra Hinojosa, right here, this young lady actually directed the entire play. My class picked the play. They read through a lot of plays and picked this play. Cassandra was chosen as the director. She ran auditions in class. She ran rehearsals in class. And so I take no credit for this play. This is 100% Cassandra's play. So could you guys give her a round of applause?
Thank you all for coming out and supporting our play, supporting advanced drama and the drama club. We really, really appreciate it. This is our big fundraiser and we're super happy that you guys could all come. And I really hope that you enjoy it. Thank you to Miss Y and the cast and the crew for letting me be their director. I'm really grateful for them because it's just an amazing experience. Shout out to Marco Espinoza, who is an actor, and he kind of is my co-director for this. He helped me out with a lot of things, and I really don't know what this play would be without him. And I really hope you guys enjoy it because I know that we as a class and everyone in here enjoyed every second of it. Thank you.
Just a few pointers before we get started. The restrooms are out of order inside the auditorium, so if you do need to use a restroom, we will have somebody, a stage crew member on the side, escorting some people out as much as possible because we use every single student in that advanced drama class, so if he's not there, he'll get back there to escort you. The running time is about an hour and 15 minutes, so if you can wait, then I would advise you waiting. Just some audience etiquette. Please no cell phones. Could everybody take out their cell phones and silence them? There's no need to record. Mr. Eusebio records all of our plays and they are on the internet after a play showing. And hopefully you laugh a lot and you won't cry at all. And enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much for coming.
Look, I know I'm not supposed to talk to you before this case, but I need you to know I am not a murderer. This is all some sort of big mistake. I was just driving from New York to Miami when I stopped by this little town, Berserkville. Big mistake. Turns out there's a murderer on the loose with the exact same car as me, and now I'm some sort of prime suspect. I'm so nervous, and they haven't even told me who my lawyer is yet, and...
Tracy, right?
Casey.
Hi, I'm Mr. Flops. I'm Mr. Flops. Sorry, sometimes I can get a little...
You seem really disorganized.
Oh, yeah, because,
Look. All I care about is if we're going to win this case.
Yeah. I have full confidence in this case. You have a solid alibi. There's no way you'll lose. Just as long as there's not...
Who's Mr. Scammerton?
Oh, no.
Why? What's
He's
wrong?
only the best prosecution attorney in the whole state!
He's really that good?
The best!
Well, I mean, I really am innocent, so it shouldn't be that hard to prove, right?
Well, you see, Mr. Scammerton doesn't really play by the rules. He's a little...
Who's ready to win a case today? Because I had a bowl of Victorios with a large glass of self-esteem, and I'm not ready to win a fight. Because it's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival.
And who are you?
Me? Well, I'm a winner. I'm an unstoppable force. I'm
Mr. Scammerton.
in the flesh, and I'm guessing you're the defendant.
I just wanted to tell you that
Psych! Here's a tip for you, kid. Trust no one.
Not even my lawyer.
You really want to trust that? Hey, I may not be.
Look, I just want to tell you that I really am innocent. They grabbed the wrong person, and I just need you.
I don't care whether you're innocent or guilty. I just want to win. I've never lost a case, and I don't plan on starting today.
So, you would really send an innocent person to prison just for the sake of winning?
Yeah.
Oh, how could you? That's...
Liz, you really shouldn't fear failure. It's silly of you to fear the inevitable.
How could you do that? You're part of the justice system. You should care about truth and liberty and justice.
And yeah. Look, you better get ready, because by the looks of your team, you're gonna need it.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Falter. Thank you. You may now be seated. Court is in session. Case number 19-1465, the People of Berserkersville versus Casey Licit is now in session. Is the prosecution ready?
Born ready, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready?
I guess, Your Honor.
Prosecution, your opening statement.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what I want you to do is close your eyes with me and imagine murder. Now, imagine a woman about 5 foot tall, plaid dress over a black long sleeve shirt. She's got shoes on. She's got glasses. Oh yeah, she's got glasses. And she's got 2 lenses where the glasses are. Now open your eyes. Doesn't that sound a lot like this woman right here?
Objection, Your Honor. He is literally just describing my appearance.
Overruled. Continue, Mr. Scammerton.
Thank you. Now, I'd like to be known as a fair lawyer, a just lawyer. I don't want to discriminate against things that divide us as people. Things like gender. Gender is something often used to discriminate in the workplace, but not by me. Anyway, I trust that you, the verdict, will come to the right decision. I mean, y'all are like a sensible bunch, very knowledgeable. In fact, you might even say that you're a bunch of smarties.
Oh my... Your Honor! He is literally bribing the jury with candy. This cannot be...
Hold on. Can I have one?
Sure.
Then this is fine. Overruled.
This is insane. He's going to win because let him do whatever he wants?
Sit down. Continue, Mr. Scammerton.
Thank you. Now, I am inspired by the great leaders of America. Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King Jr., Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. All people who have touched America. And I too like to think that I've touched America, one case at a time, by keeping sickos like her off the streets and behind bars. Now, does that make me an angel? A saint? Yes, it does actually. But still, I remain humble. Humble is my middle name. Actually, it's Cedric, but that's besides the point. I am so humble that if they held the Humble Awards, I'd totally win. But it'd be this huge ordeal because I would just blow it off, because that's the type of person I am. Anyway, the point here is that I'm the good guy, and they are the ones corrupting society. A vote for a guilty Casey is a vote for a safer world. Thank you.
Defense, your opening statement.
So the reason that my client Macy...
Casey!
Right, Casey. So the reason that my client Casey Licit is guilty... No, I mean not guilty. She's not guilty. Can I start over?
No.
Okay, Gregory, despite what your mother says, you can be a winner. You will not be a disappointment, not today! Casey Licit is not guilty. It's as simple as that. She was nowhere near any of the scenes of the crimes when they happened. Although I guess if you really think about it, she technically could have committed the first one that you run back for the other two.
No! What are you doing? You're my defense lawyer. You should be defending me, not helping the prosecution.
Yeah, I don't need your help. But I mean, if you want to run your case into the ground, you can totally do that too.
Look, I'm no Mr. Scammerton, okay? I'm not as put together as Mr. Scammerton. I may not have talent, or charm, or a law degree.
Wait, what?
But I do have something. I do have something. I know I had it written down here somewhere. I can't seem to find it at the moment, but it's a real competitive edge. I'll tell you that.
Prosecution, would you like to call your first witness?
We would, Your Honor. Now, the first witness that the prosecution would like to call is Casey Licit.
Wait. Can he do that?
I'll allow it.
Come on, Casey. Step right up.
No. I know my rights. I don't have to testify against myself.
Party pooper.
What did you call me?
I believe the prosecution just called you a party pooper.
I'm not a party pooper just because I don't.
Look out, guys. We got a real Debbie Downer on our hands.
I am not a
You wouldn't mind answering a few questions? I mean, if you really are as innocent as you say you are, shouldn't be a problem, right?
Fine.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Now, most murderers won't just fess up to their crime.
I'm not.
But I am an expert. I spent years in law school and been practicing for a pretty good amount of time now. I am a seasoned veteran. I know the ins and the outs of a courtroom. And over the years, I've acquired the skills and the sophisticated tactics that it takes to take down a criminal. Guilty person says what?
Wait, what?
There you have it. No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the defense like to cross-examine?
I don't know if I can come up with anything after that.
Yes, you can. Ask me questions.
I don't have a paper for this.
Just ask me questions.
What's your favorite color?
Questions about the murder, Mr. Flops.
Right. So why'd you do it?
I did it. You're my defense lawyer. You should know that.
Right. So why didn't you do it?
Because I'm not even from here. I was just driving through town when I got stopped and arrested. There is no evidence that I'm a murderer except for the fact that I drive the same kind of car as the murderer, apparently. But anyone could have that type of car. I am not from here. Why would I want to kill these people?
Objection! I want that stricken from the record.
On what grounds?
Honestly, those are like just really good points. And they don't help my case. So, you know, I like them like stricken from the record.
Okay.
What?
You've got to admire his honesty.
But you can't just...
Hey! Don't argue with me or I'll hold you in contempt of court. Continue, Mr. Flops.
So you have no motive to kill any of these people?
No, I have no reason to kill... I have no reason to kill any of them. I have no reason... I have no reason... I have absolutely no reason... I'm sorry, Mr. Scammerton. Am I boring you?
Oh, don't you mind me. I'm just waiting for my turn to redirect.
As I was saying, I have no reason to kill any... You know what? I think we're done here.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the prosecution like to redirect?
Well, I mean, I guess if they're done, I mean, I could. Now, Miss Licit, haven't you, couldn't have, to not even wouldn't have or shouldn't have, to not even couldn't have been the murderer?
I don't understand that question.
Well, it's a simple yes or no question, Miss Licit.
I don't want to accidentally admit to being a murderer.
You know who else doesn't want to accidentally admit to being a murderer?
Now who?
A murderer!
Do you have any serious questions for me?
Now I am known as a pretty reasonable guy.
Now I thought you were asking me questions.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I am not known as one to exaggerate or blow things out of proportion. But Miss Casey Licit has to be the most despicable, atrocious person on the face of planet Earth. And yes, I'm even counting people who pour their milk into the bowl before the cereal. Yeah, she's that bad.
I am not.
Now, how am I to try and possibly reason with someone so deranged, so off balance? How am I to question someone who
I am not crazy.
Someone who doesn't know how to sit and listen and instead insists on interrupting me all the time. Now, I have no further questions for Miss Licit, and it's not because when I was feeding the ducks this morning, I accidentally fed them this part of my notes.
Why would you?
But because Casey Licit is simply too unstable to answer any questions truthfully. No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the defense like to redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Miss Licit, you can step down from the stand.
Mr. Flops, why didn't you redirect? They could have heard more of my side of my story.
I didn't have any questions written down, but I didn't have as cool as an excuse as Mr. Scammerton.
Does the prosecution want to call its next witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Next witness the prosecution would like to call is Miss Penny Fadson.
State your name for the court.
Penny Fadson.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Now, please restate your name for the court.
Penny Fadson.
And what do you do for a living, Miss Fadson?
I'm a blogger.
And what do you blog about?
I blog about blogging other blogs.
Wow, interesting. Now, what was your relationship to the victim?
I knew Brie Cottage from blogging, and when 3 days had gone by and she hadn't posted anything, I knew something was up.
So, what did you do?
I went to her favorite places looking for her. The Riverwalk because of its aesthetics, and the coffee shop on the corner because it's #delish. But I didn't find her at the park.
And how was she when you found her?
She was totes dead.
Wow. How did she totes die?
It looked like she was strangled to death.
Strangled to death. May the jury know that Casey Licit has 2 hands, perfect for strangling.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Everyone has 2 hands.
May the jury also know that Casey Licit discriminates against amputees and those born without arms. Now, how did this death affect you?
The whole thing was #tragedy. Going for blogging though, I got a lot of hints from that. Actually, can you hold still for a second so I can take a picture? Murder trials are totally trending right now. Perfect, they'll love this on the internet.
Of course they will. I'm in it. Now, what I have here is some hardcore photo proof from the scene of the crime. And I warn you, to those of you who are a bit more squeamish, you may want to look away.
Photo proof? Those are literally crayon drawings.
All right, you caught me. You caught me. These are actually drawings I drew from the scene of the crime.
Really?
But it's so realistic.
Very well drawn.
What are you talking about? It's clearly...
A masterpiece, yes! We know Casey, but we have to get back to the case. Now, Miss Fadson, does this accurately depict what you saw the night of the murder?
It does.
I know. I think I like to do a good job, with the shading around the neck and the head. It's just.
I
so
thought we
simple.
were getting back to the case, Mr. Scammerton.
Fine. Now, This next drawing is a close-up of the neck. And I warn you, again, you may want to look away.
I think this may be too graphic for the courtroom.
I think I might be.
What are you talking about? It's literally some scribbly red lines and a bunch of random lines. Things are labeled so we know what they are.
What are you talking about? That is true art. See? Thank you.
God, whose side are you on anyways? He labeled it for us. I mean, you guys can't be buying this.
Hey! The jury is a noble, sensible bunch. They know right from wrong, innocent from guilty. So of course, when approached with such evidence like this, they take
don't
it as
take
a
it
legitimate
seriously.
source. Wait, did you say not take it seriously?
I mean, how could they? It's literally.
All right. Well then, if these two photos didn't show you, then this third one will surely show you that.
What?
Actually, these are some turkeys I drew.
Lovely turkeys.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do a series of art called Beasts Running Wild. But I mean, I did this turkey one. It turned out pretty good, but it's all I had time to do with the court case and everything. I actually wanted to become an artist before I was a lawyer, but my dad insisted that I became a lawyer. Yeah, he said, there's no room for artists in this country. He said, you'll make much better money as a lawyer. He said, artists suck lemons. He said, you need to think practical. But what if I don't want to think practical? What if I want to follow my dream to become an artist, Dad? No further questions.
Would the defense like to cross-examine?
We would, Your Honor. Miss Fadson, now, did you see who strangled Brick Cottage?
No, I did not.
So you have no real way of knowing who killed her?
No. But I'm getting this vibe that it was her.
Fair enough.
No, not fair enough. This is a court case. We have to go off of cold, hard facts, not vibes.
Casey, I'm beginning to get this vibe that you woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, didn't you?
It's all in your. I can see it all the way from here.
Let's look at the facts. You didn't see me. You can't say it was me.
But it's in your aura.
And we all know you can't fake an aura.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the prosecution like to redirect?
No, I'm good.
Excused. Would the prosecution like to call forward its next witness?
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Glen Chatter to the stand.
State your name for the court.
Glen Chatter.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please restate your name for the court.
Glen Chatter, town gossip.
Your occupation is town gossip?
That's right, nothing goes by around this town without me hearing about it first.
So what's the news?
You wanna know the lowdown? The word on the street?
Yeah, what's the word?
Well, there was this guy, who knows this guy's foot doctor, and this is what I heard. Once you turn to the lower seats to the west side of town and turn to the third alley, you'll see nothing with the dog who wants to play a harmonica. The next one, and you turn the back of the building with no windows that remind you of a short budget horror movie. And at the door will be one-eyed, three-armed man named Ambiguous Pete. He would try to ask you a question, but enter anyway. And if not, ask him about his confrontation. Because childhood is his biggest fear. And after a few snakes and losing a game of Monopoly, will be a lady's fingers super glued together and bright blue eyebrows come out of her eyes. And that's when you'll tell her, the geese fly south in the winter, it's time for you to come home. And that's when she'll nod, and that's when you get your hand up a ton of CDs.
Hannah Montana CDs? That's not even relevant to this case.
Hannah Montana is always relevant. It's such a classic show. It teaches about love, friendship. You get the best best of both worlds. Chill it out, take it slow, then you rock out the show. You get the best of both worlds.
Are we singing now?
Shut your face! Hannah Montana, 2006 to 2011.
May she rest in peace.
What is going on here?
Shh! Have some respect.
You really do belong in prison if you have no respect for Hannah. Now, there were 3 murders, Mr. Chatter. Do you know anything about the 3 murders?
Oh, yes. I heard from my brother, who heard from his barber, who heard from his local bar mitzvah coordinator, and this is what I heard. Far, far away from here, like 2 miles up ahead, would be homeless Joe. He would try to ask you a riddle, and try to answer correctly, but if not, homeless Joe doesn't have much motivation in life to stop you. And through the river and over the woods would be a big blue chicken when you...
What murders? Mr. Chatter, what do you know about the murders?
I was getting there.
Were you really?
No.
There were 3 murders, Mr. Chatter. Bree Cottage, Pepper Jackson, Greta Fenton. Do you know anything about those murders?
Murder? Oh, yes. I know lots about murders. There's this guy, right, that dies in this huge stampede. His son thinks it's all his fault, but really, it was the dad's brother's fault so he can get the family power. So the son runs off and becomes friends with a warhog and a meerkat.
Are you telling the plot to the Lion King?
Okay, but there's this family, right? A mom, a dad, and a bunch of kids. One night, the mom and most of the kids die, leaving the dad with one son with physical disability. And when the son gets lost, so the dad goes on a journey to find him, meeting a woman with short-term memory problems.
That's Finding Nemo.
Okay, but there's this pig, right, that gets put on this farm because the farmer can't take care of it anymore. And there's this spider that's waking reds.
That's the plot to Charlotte's Web, and no one's even murdered in that movie.
Spoiler alert!
Just dies.
Spoiler alert! Now, Mr. Chatter, it doesn't actually seem like you know anything vital to the case.
Well, I just did. No.
No further questions.
Would the defense like to redirect?
We would, Your Honor. How does Finding Nemo end?
Mr. Floss!
I've never seen the movie. I'm curious.
We're finished, Your Honor.
You're excused. Does the prosecution have any more witnesses they'd like to call to the stand?
Yes, the prosecution would like to call Clarence Vendor to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please restate your name for the court.
Clarence Vendor.
And what is your profession, Mr. Vendor?
Own a business, don't have a cow, can remove services.
Cow removal services?
That's right. We have the calf, we got to move and shaft. Don't have a cow, that's 1-800-555-6433.
And what is your relationship to the victim?
Well, Pepper Jackson was my neighbor in an apartment building across the hall, and also supported my business. Don't have a cow, you got a cow, we can take it from here. We got 1-800-555-6433.
So, go ahead and tell me what happened the night of the murder.
Well, not a murder. I was in my apartment thinking about my business. Don't have a cow, you got a steer, let's take it from here. That's 1-800-555-6433. Hold on, I actually have some cards here. Don't have a cow, cow removal services, I got you. 1-800-555.
Mr. Vendor! We need you on the witness stand, please.
Fine. Hang on, I'm coming.
No, again, please. Tell us about the night of the murder.
Well, not a murder, sitting on the bumper, and I heard someone walking down the hall. I thought it was someone come and talk to me about my business. Don't have a cow, you got beef, you got the movers you need, that's 1-800.
Mr. Vendor! No advertising of any businesses will be tolerated from now on.
What's the point of being a witness?
To put people like her off the streets and behind bars.
I am not a murderer!
Now, Mr. Vendor, please, oh please, just tell us about the night of the murder.
Well, I was in my apartment,
Were both of your doors open?
Yes, both our doors were open, but I hadn't seen Pepper Jackson that well.
Okay, but could you hear her?
Not really. I crossed over to her apartment, saw her sitting in a chair. I shook her a few times, thinking she was unconscious, until I saw the stab wounds.
Okay, well, let me get something straight here. So, you're both in your apartments, and yes, both of your doors were open, but you hadn't crossed paths that day, and you hadn't heard anything. So immediately after, you crossed over to her apartment, you saw her sitting in the chair. So you shook her body a few times, and then BAM! That's when you saw the stab wounds.
No, that's not how it happened. Look, this is how it went down. Look, so, we were both in our apartments, and yes, both our doors were open. I had seen Pepper Jackson murdered that day, I just hadn't seen her prior to her murder. Now I heard something, and her scream, which is when I crossed over to her apartment, saw her sitting in a chair, I shook the body, and saw the stab wounds.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. So
Look, it's very simple. So, we were both in our apartments, and both our doors are open.
So immediately after, you crossed over to her apartment, and you heard something.
Yes, I heard something. And I heard a scream, which is when I crossed over to her apartment, saw her sitting in a chair,
So you shook her body a few times.
and BAM! That's when I saw the stab wounds.
How is this court even real?
Thank you, Mr. Vendor. I think we all see very clearly now what happened.
Would the defense like to redirect?
we would, Your Honor. Mr. Vendor, you were a witness to the murder of Pepper Jackson, correct?
Correct.
Now, did you see who murdered Pepper?
No, I did not.
So you have no real way of knowing who it was.
Suppose so, yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the prosecution like to redirect?
We would, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Vendor, you did not see who killed Pepper Jackson, correct?
That is right.
So, because of the why possibilities, we cannot rule out Casey Licit as a possible suspect, correct?
That would make sense.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the defense like to redirect?
No, Your Honor.
You're excused.
This is absolutely ridiculous! None of these witnesses know what they're doing. They either didn't see the crime or are just totally underqualified. None of these witnesses should be taken seriously.
Would the prosecution like to call its next witness?
Yes, we would, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Professor Puffle.
Professor? That's actually really professional. I would actually trust a word of Why is Professor Puffles holding a guinea pig?
Oh, no. You see, the guinea pig is Professor Puffle.
What? You can't have a guinea pig as...
Professor Puffle was there the night of the murder. Who else would be a better suspect?
I don't know. A human being?
Would you just sit down and be quiet? Just shut your face for like 14 seconds. It's my turn to question.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Now, Professor Puffle, you were there the night of the murder of Pepper Jackson, correct?
You can't honestly expect it to answer you.
Would you please be quiet? This was her owner, her very best friend that she witnessed being murdered. Just give her some time, please.
It's not going to respond to you. It's a guinea pig. It doesn't matter.
May I? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what I want you to do is look long and hard at this adorable creature. This poor, orphaned creature no longer has a place to call. And her owner? No. Her mother, tragically killed. Now, who could kill someone is one thing, but who could kill someone in front of such an adorable creature? It's a whole nother thing. Now, we've already seen Casey Licit's intolerance for this beautiful animal. Doesn't matter, she says. Just like it wouldn't matter, as she's murdering her owner right in front of her. Now, I don't know how Casey sleeps at night, knowing all that this adorable creature has been through. No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the defense like to redirect?
I guess, Your Honor. So, Professor Puffles, it wasn't really all that traumatizing to watch Casey murder her owner, was it?
No! I didn't kill anyone!
Right. So guinea pigs don't have very good eyesight. Is it possible you saw someone else murdering your owner? Should I take that as a yes?
No, you should definitely take that as a no.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't
I
just
have
let
no
him.
further questions, Your Honor.
Would the prosecution like to redirect?
Just one question, Your Honor. Now, Professor Puffle, I know we haven't exactly seen eye to eye here,
Yeah, I'll say.
but I just want to ask you one question in the simplest way I can. Twitch your nose if Casey is the murderer. Aha! See that? A solid case, a witness identification. We might as well just lock her up right now.
That can't possibly. Order! Would the defense like to redirect?
No, Your Honor.
You're excused.
Well, I think this is the perfect time for a music break.
A music break?
Now, this one's a classic. There was a girl who was guilty and Casey was her name. Oh, C-A-S-E-Y, 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 and Casey was her name. Oh, come on, you all know this song, just jump right in. There was a girl who was guilty and Casey was her name. Oh, C-A-S-E-Y, 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 and Casey was her name. Oh.
What are you doing?
It's just so catchy.
You're supposed to be on my side! You know what? I'm done. You're fired!
Fired?
Yeah, I don't need someone who doesn't even know whose side they're on, or what they're doing, or doesn't even have a law degree!
Oh, well, good luck again.
Just get out of here!
So, you fired your lawyer. Well, it's a pretty bold move.
Well, he wasn't much help.
Well, you're lucky. You caught me on a good day. I'm gonna give you a few tips.
Really?
Yeah, rule number 1 is, never let them see you cry. Rule number 2 is, well, show no mercy! And rule number 3 is, well, just be yourself and have fun.
Honestly, I don't know what I expected. Does the prosecution have any more witnesses?
Yes, I do. The prosecution calls Albert and Arminta contrary to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
We do. Please restate your names for the court.
Well, I'm Arminta Contrary, and this is my twin brother, Albert Contrary.
So, why don't you go ahead and tell us what happened the night of the murder?
Well, we were driving down Main Street, me and my brother here, listening to the radio, jamming out, when suddenly I see something on the side of the road. At first, I think it's just an animal, some roadkill. But then I see a jacket, and I'm like, who threw a bundle of clothes on the side of the road, right?
Right.
But then I saw hair, and I was like, hold on, I've got to see this. So Albert and I get out of the car, and it's a dead body. How freaky is that? Am I right?
Right. Well, Albert, is that what happened?
No,
So then why don't you go ahead and tell us what happened?
not bad.
Yes, it did, remember? We saw the body, we were both like super shocked. We were all like, OMG, like a real dead body, just right here on the road. And then we called the police.
No, we didn't.
Yes, that is what happened. We were driving along, we saw the body on the side of the road, and we called the police.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Did not.
Did too.
Did not.
Did too.
Did not.
Are you two just going to finally agree on one story?
Yes.
Having you two on the witness stand at the same time is going to be a problem, isn't it?
Yes.
Look, is there anything that you might have seen that would lead you to believe that Casey is the murderer?
I mean, it looked like the body was shot.
Well, do you own a gun?
You can't ask me anything. I am not on the witness stand.
Perfect answer. May the jury know that Casey Licit is not confirming nor denying owning a gun. But to me, it seems like she's hiding something bigger. No further questions, Your Honor.
That's your whole questioning? The fact that I may or may not, which I don't by the way, own a gun? How is this is ridiculous. How is it even?
That's it. You've lost your opportunity to redirect.
Order in the court. That's the problem here. There is no order in this court. You could do absolutely anything, and there is no order in this court. I could do absolutely anything, and can you
Please take your seat. Thank you. You're excused. Does the prosecution have any more witnesses?
Yes, I do. The prosecution calls Archie Maniacal to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please restate your name for the court.
Archie Maniacal, former soldier of the battle at Maple Hill.
And what was your relationship to the victim?
Guerrero was best friends with my granddaughter. I saw her a lot, but from the battle, I've seen a lot of things. You want to hear about all the things I've seen?
No, not really.
It was a cold night in the bunkers. Me and my fellow soldiers would huddle around the fire trying to keep warm. Our fingers, our toes all started freezing off. Let me tell you, it got a lot harder to count to 10 after that. Food was rationed. Snow was piling 2, 3 feet high. We wanted to go home, but we couldn't let them win. Do you know who the enemy was?
No, but I bet you're gonna tell me anyways.
It was those Canadians. Well, not really the Canadians, but we belong to them.
And what belonged to them?
It was that Canadian bacon. It's an outrage. Canadian bacon isn't really bacon, it's just ham. We couldn't keep letting them get away with these lies any longer. The general said to attack, but we weren't ready. Although, I don't think we would be ready for what came next.
And you're gonna tell me what happened next.
The Canadians were everywhere, riding in on their knees, swinging their hockey sticks. Good day to ya, eh? They were so polite, but you could tell they meant business. Moose to the left, moose to the right. We were cornered, completely out of options, but that wasn't even the worst part.
Please don't tell me the worst part.
The worst part was the maple syrup cannons. The sticky, sugary goodness hit right at the heart. Technically, there was no physical damage, but the emotional damage raised me down constantly till this day. I can't eat syrup. My pancakes, my waffles, all dry because I can't bear the look of tasty.
Well, this was a great...
I let them all down, my platoon, but most of all, the name and dignity of Bacon. Forgive me, Bacon.
You know what? Forget it. It's not even worth it. No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the defense like to redirect?
We would, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Maniacal, you've seen a lot of things in your life, have you not?
Have I ever? I can still hear my battle cries. It's just ham. It's just ham.
So, you would be able to judge someone's character quite fairly, am I correct?
I've been around. I've met so many people. I can tell the good from the bad, the good from the Canadians.
Do I look like a murderer to you?
No, you seem like a lovely girl. Wouldn't hurt a fly. I trust you in my platoon.
There you have it, folks! A perfectly lovely girl wouldn't hurt a fly. Who needs more evidence than that, right? No further questions, Your Honor.
What? You can't do that. You're just making loosely based statements off of, like, literally no facts.
That's what you've been doing this whole time.
Well, yeah, but like, that's my thing. You can't do it too.
Well, I guess I'm playing by new rules now.
Does the prosecution have any more witnesses?
Yeah, we do. Prosecution calls for a hush to the stand.
State your name for the court. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Now, Herschel, you were there the night Greta Feta was murdered, correct? So would you please tell us what happened that night? Can't really hear you, Mr. Hush. I'm gonna need you to speak up. I'm gonna need you to speak up a little louder. Okay, well now you just stop talking at all. I'm gonna need you to speak loudly and clearly. Loudly and clearly, Mr. Hush. I'm gonna need you to speak up. Forget it. No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the defense like to cross-examine?
We would, Your Honor. Now, unlike prosecution here, I have very good hearing and am able to hear what this witness is saying. Now let me articulate it for you. Now what happened that night of the murder? So you're saying I'm not the murderer?
It's not what he was saying.
That I was nowhere near the scene of the crime?
Okay, now you're just making all this up.
That I am completely and totally innocent?
I don't know about that.
Aha! He said what he doesn't know about that.
No, that's not what I heard.
What are you talking about? He literally just said, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Hush, say it again. Say it again. All right. Great. Now he decides to stop talking.
And I guess we'll never know. No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the prosecution like to redirect?
Not if you're going to testify like that.
You're excused. Does the prosecution have any more witnesses they'd like to call to the stand?
Yeah, we have one more witness. The prosecution calls Beulah Young to the stand.
State your name for the court.
Beulah Young.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Whoa. This is a child. When I got the witnesses, I didn't know there was gonna be a child. I don't know what kids like these days. Like, what kids like? Sports, video games, the 1793 beheading of Marie Antoinette. I think I got it. Hey there, Beulah! My name is Bago, your favorite band friend. Have you seen a murderer?
A puppet?
That's right, Beulah. Can you help me find a murderer?
How old do you think I am?
I don't know, like 5, 13, 22. Anybody under 30 looks the same to me.
What two of puppets?
So what kids like? Sports, toys, sustainable farming? I got it. Juggling?
You could just ask questions.
Well, I'm not. See, I am a master juggler. I used to juggle back in high school. They called me Juggles McGee. So here we go. Juggles McGee, back at it again. One more time. Here we go. See, I'm a bit rusty, but still entertaining, was it not?
Not really.
There is just no getting through to the youth of today. You corrupt generation. No further questions, Your Honor. I'm just done with this one.
Would the defense like to cross-examine?
We would, Your Honor. Now, Miss Young, what did you see that night of the murder?
Not a lot.
Well, maybe this will change your mind?
Hey! That's my candy!
Well, I saw who shot her, but I can't really make up who it was. But for another piece of candy, I can tell you confirm it wasn't you.
You got it.
Yeah, I could totally verify it wasn't you who shot Greta.
See? Totally verifying it was not me who shot Greta Feta. Who needs more proof than that, right? No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the prosecution like to redirect?
Why didn't you tell me you were motivated by candy?
I guess you just knew what kids like nowadays.
Would the defense like to redirect?
No, Your Honor, we're finished.
You're excused. Does the prosecution have any more witnesses?
Prosecution rests.
Does the defense have any witnesses they'd like to call to the stand?
Witnesses? I have to have witnesses?
Wait, you don't have witnesses? Oh, now you're totally gonna lose. What a loser.
Face it, Casey. You're through. You've lost. You might as well get ready to go home now.
What is that all over your coat?
It's definitely not the blood of Bree Cottage, Pepper Jackson, and Greta Feta from their brutal murders. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, as long as it's not the blood from that, I guess we can go home.
The defense calls the bailiff to the stand.
Me? I don't know anything. Like, I have no idea how Pepper Jackson got stabbed 7 times on the 23rd at 6:48 p.m.
No one said how many times they were stabbed or at what time.
I'm just a really good guesser.
Casey, face it, obviously this woman is just a really good guesser about murder details with a blood-stained coat. There's literally nothing suspicious about it.
I want her on the stand.
I guess you better get on the witness stand then. Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I guess.
Now please, state your name for the court.
Josie Slayer.
And your occupation is a bailiff?
Yes, but I also own a restaurant, Sloppy Josie's.
And what type of car do you own, Miss Slayer?
It's a white pickup truck.
Really? Same as me, and allegedly the same as the murderer. Now, Miss Slayer, did you know any of these victims personally?
Not personally, no.
So then, why did you kill them?
I did it. Like, I have no idea how it took 3 minutes and 22 seconds to strangle Bree Cottage to death, and I definitely don't know who drove her body to Little Creek Park on the corner of 4th and Elm.
For someone who's not a murderer, you seem to know a lot about the murder.
You're not gonna get me unless you get a confession out of me, and Scammerton basically has his case in the palm of his hands.
She's right, I mean, you did start coming back at the end, but I got this case in the bag.
There's gotta be something here. I mean, Mr. Fox should have left something, right?
Face it, Casey. You're through. You're done.
Hold on. How's your restaurant doing?
I admit it's been better. Why?
Do you know the occupation of the victims? Bree Cottage, food blogger. Greta Feta, health inspector. Pepper Jackson, food critic. Now, it is true you possibly, maybe, didn't know them personally, but they could have affected your business, am I correct?
I mean, yeah, maybe we have gotten a few bad reviews, but our food was still good.
So if Bree Cottage, and Pepper Jackson, and Greta Feta were all wrong about your restaurant, you wouldn't mind if we tried a sample of your food, correct?
What?
Yeah, if they were all wrong about your restaurant, you wouldn't mind if we tried a sample?
I can't.
Why not?
You don't know what you're asking.
Where is the food, Slayer? Give us the food!
You want the food? You can't handle the food!
Why not? What could possibly be so wrong about it?
Everything is awful, that's why I have to kill them!
Oh my god.
It's just that it was one bad review after another. Bree slamming me on her food blog, Pepper saying her food was tasteless in the local paper, and Greta threatening to shut us down just because of the rats, mold, flies, and the fact that nothing was ever cleaned. I had to protect my restaurant. I put so much of my heart and soul into this thing. I was falling so behind on rent that I had to get this job as bailiff to cover the costs. I couldn't see my dreams go down. I couldn't see sloppy Josies die.
Wow. That's a very touching story. But, I mean, you still committed murder, so...
Josie Slayer, I hereby sentence you to life in prison without possibility of parole. Court is adjourned.
Wait, so does that mean I'm free? I can go home. I'm free. I can leave?
Does this mean I lost? I lost? I never lose. I can't lose, especially to someone that doesn't even have a lawyer. Oh, this is the second worst day of my life right after my dad wouldn't let me go to art school.
Why don't you just go to art school?
What?
Yeah, I mean, you're a grown man. You can make your own decisions, buddy.
You know what? You're right. I am gonna go to art school, and nobody's gonna tell me different. Not even you, Dad. I'm excited. I'm gonna go buy a new box of crayons.
You go do that. Well, jury, that was one crazy ride. It sure wasn't a whole lot of order in this court, but it all worked out in the end. All this court stuff makes me hungry. Do you know of any good local food places around here? I just know of one restaurant where I wouldn't want to eat at.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. We hope you enjoyed the show and have a wonderful day.